And we have breaking news just in involving a gag order in former President Trump's 2020 election interference case. I want to bring in NBC News Justice and Intel correspondent Ken Dilanian. What just happened, Ken?
Chris, a D.C. Court of Appeals has upheld significant portions of this gag order that Mr. Trump had opposed on First Amendment grounds in the D.C. election suppression case. This is a significant ruling, some 60-some pages. They went into detail in their reasoning, but essentially what they've said is that parties in the case, and specifically Donald Trump, cannot make public comments about known or foreseeable witnesses in the case, about court staff, except for the judge herself. They've exempted her, and she exempted herself from the original ruling, if you recall. Also, staff of the prosecutor, the special counsel, except for Jack Smith himself. And it does not preclude former President Trump from criticizing, obviously, the Biden administration, the Justice Department, the Attorney General, or Jack Smith himself. But these judges, and remember, we ran these oral arguments live on MSNBC, and they were fascinating, and they were lengthy, and there was a real push and pull about whether Donald Trump's First Amendment rights as a presidential candidate were impinged by this gag order. And then there was the other side, which presented, the special counsel presented all the evidence of the threats that have emanated from some of Donald Trump's social media postings and the potential witness intimidation. And at the end of the day, this court said that they do not allow such an order lightly. I'm reading now from the conclusion of the opinion. Mr. Trump is a former president and current candidate for the presidency, and there's a strong public interest in what he has to say. But they go on to say Mr. Trump is also an indicted criminal defendant, and he must stand trial in a courtroom under the same procedures that govern all other criminal defendants. That is what the rule of law means. So again, this appeals court upholding significant portions of the gag order imposed by the judge in this D.C. suppression case. We can expect Mr. Trump to appeal this to the Supreme Court. Unclear how long that might take, but this is a significant ruling today.